me there.
So, we will start with the chakra thing today about, and I was thinking that today only I am going to teach on the ragas, so that everybody gets a very good, everybody has the bandwidth of practicing the ragas related to the middle body chakras. And yeah, I will just start with the connecting to the last session. We had talked about the mind zone, um, and yeah. So why I started with this emotional functions, because last time Shobha ma'am has taken the lesson about the mind and how we connect things with the mind, and we talked about the five senses, that is the pancha tattva, and how it is related to our physical body. Now, because we are on the middle body, so we will talk mostly about the emotions. So the three bodies, prana, prema, pragya, that is prem, that is when we go into the heart and the this throat zone. So we discuss about the prema, that is the emotional regulation. In this particular module, we will mostly focus on the middle body, that is mostly on the heart purposes. What do you see in the emotional realm, and why it lies over there? Respiration, uh, the physical. So we will talk about mostly the emotional zone of the emotional layers of it. Maybe we will connect it to the lower body, but we will mostly be there. Now, this is the source of love, compassion, forgiveness. So, first we will talk about Anahata chakra, and maybe the moment I'll talk about, there are around the Bij aksharas, that is the 12 aksharas are there, 12 petals are there, which are connected to the Anahat. Vishuddhi, 16 petals are connected, that is Ka, Kha, Ga, Gha, all these swar and the vyanjans are connected with our throat. So, emotionally, we will talk more about love, compassion, the relationship thing is also, it comes here. Then it bridges the lower, the physical and the upper spiritual chakras. And it works on our empathy. When it is balanced, that is when your heart and the Vishuddhi, that's the throat, it's balanced, it brings an openness, the unconditional love. When it is blocked, you have certain kind of problems, like you want even this particular emotional validation or external validation, which comes from, you will see in the people that you are not able to appreciate yourself. You are seeking, you are sometimes seeking, sometimes even more craving for that external validation. Why? That if other people, your own judgment for yourself depends upon other people's judgment. The moment they change, your viewpoint changes. This is also the blockage of the emotional, the blockage of the upper body, the middle body. So, resentment, emotional numbness. Numbness means it is related to air. This particular, your respiration is related to, heart chakra is related to air. And when there is a blockage, when there's an energy blockage, you feel emotional numbness. You don't feel love for the others. You are just very, dry, what we call. Difficulty trusting people, because there is somewhere, maybe there is some area blocked that you also, that people, why do they trust you? So same thing comes. Then isolation, loneliness. If you go to heal people, or if you'll heal yourself, you will come to, this is a very big problem in the Gen Zs also, the loneliness. They don't understand the difference between loneliness and solitude. They don't love that, when they are alone, that no, it's okay to be alone. So this is all the balanced and the blocked signs. Now, why do these blockages occur? Why do the blockages occur? Like I gave that very thick book, this has been taken by that book, the book which is the research I just showed you once. So emotional wounds are there. It depends, what are your, first of all, it may be genetic, your grief, your heartbreak, the way you perceive the heartbreak, it may be genetic. Number one. Number two, what is your environmental wounds or environmental upbringing? Because for me, when I connect people, it helps me understand people when I connect the dots. Like if, their environmental problems, if I know them, and then whether they are doing very wrong, I can empathize with them because I know about them. Sometimes, yes, it is wrong when you are completely, judging people. Obviously, when they are doing very wrong, even in your relationships, then you will end up judging them. You will end up being irritated. But most of the time, it helps me, regulate my emotions when I connect the dots about their environmental, about their upbringing. Emotional wounds, breakdown in relationships. Now, breakdown in relationships also might have happened because of some childhood emotional wounds, but still that can build up. Grief, heartbreak, suppressed emotions. Suppressed emotions, actually it's the work of, that you have not worked upon those emotions. Suppose there is a, loss of your dear ones, and you have been very strong because you were the eldest member of the family. You were very strong. At that time, you managed things very well. But after a certain time, it came out, it manifested in the form of, heart attack or any kind of depression, mental problems. So why it is happening? Because that time you didn't give time to process. That's why I now understand. When I was very, in my childhood, I thought why there is so much of rituals in the death, or why there is so much of rituals in the celebrations, in the marriages. So because in other countries, cultures, they are very sophisticated. Most of the cultures are sophisticated. Like, they have their kind of protocols and it's done. In India, there is a lots and lots of, rituals, and rituals does have a significance, and obviously lot of scientific and cultural significance is there. Mythological significance is there. But then things are just going on. And even for death, why it's like the 13 day, that grief is, So then with time, when I lost my father, I found no, this was important, because that time is, people are processing their, the whole thing. Why are we telling people, no, no, you just be normal, it's okay? We don't need to tell that. I think like some time back, me and Shobhaji were talking about this only, that just being into that zone, accepting that hurt, accepting that agony, and just being into that zone. Yes, I'm hurt, I'm upset. That processes itself. Otherwise, anytime like it will come into a zone of suppressed emotions, and it will be manifested in the part in emotional problem, physical problem, spiritual issue, um, emotional issue, mental issue. It will be manifested. Like the chances are good that you have not processed your heart, your emotional regulation. Every time being strong and not showing the vulnerability, that is dangerous for our health. Be vulnerable, be broken. Am I recording this session? Am I recording the session? Okay,
Yes,
okay,
yes,
okay. So this is then self criticism. It's these days also, like when I have clients 20 years, 25 years, and mostly they have career related issues. They have passed their 12th. Why they are coming to the counselors and the therapist? Now they have a confusion. What, like what particular stream to go in. My father is saying that you must become a CA because he is a CA. I want to go into the mathematics field because I love mathematics. Now confusion, and then self criticism. Then, okay, why are you not confident about? So no, I am also not confident about maths. If I get failed, because the chances are good, and my mental state is not good, so I might get fail. So why not take his stream? So all this particular low self worth, lots of problem you will, when if you will become a music therapist and you will, get to see such clients, you will definitely be able to empathize with them what to do. So this is self criticism, lack of self love, self acceptance. This is a big problem. Now, 12 petals of Anahat chakra. See, this means emotions. Okay. Yeah, wait. Now I will take you to 12 Bij Aksharas as well. So these are two different things. Like each chakras are assigned with some of the emotions, and these emotions are given in the scriptures which I have told you, like the Sangeeta Ratnakar, Natya Shastra, and Goraksha Sahita. All these ancient scriptures it has been given. And then I have these Bij Aksharas as well, which I took it from a book which I don't remember. Sorry, I'm taking time. Yeah, petals. So the aksharas names. So this was, like, I completely won't say that you have to trust this, because this is more like, mythological. But yes, if you see the akshar, so that these aksharas are all the, that ka, kha, ga, ga, the things which we used to read in Hindi, the swar and the vyanjan, the Hindi, the Devanagari alphabets. So in Anahata we have ka, kha, ga, gha, cha, cha, ja. So these are the 12 petals, jha, gya, ta, tha. So these are the petals, that is the aksharas. It is related to some, I will just tell you which book I just had this particular diagram. So this was related to Kalaratri, Khandita, Gayatri. So these are the names of the Adhishtatri. So they called Adhishtatri. The sound is yam, kam, kham, gum. These are the sounds. So this is what, so like why I am telling, because you can always, these are all Sanskrit sounds, and you can always take help of these sounds to unblock the chakras, or if you want to just merge it with some ragas, you want to make any, so if you want to work on the songwriting, this works on art therapy as well, songwriting from the ka, kha, ga, gha. So these are kind of, so that's, I just wanted to show this. Coming back to the slides. Yeah. So now we will, so I'll just talk about the petals. That's the emotion. What emotions have been. So this is in Rajam Shankar ma'am's book as well. And in that, these emotions, 12 emotions are there. They have been taken from the Sangeet Kalpadrumam, that is written by Mutaiya Bhagavatar. Movement. As you know, Anahat chakra is related to air, Vayu Tattva. That is respiration, cardiac thing, then, the BP, hypertension. Movement. So therefore movement. Many people who have the Vat, the Vayu more, so they are very restless, moving, active, energetic. Crushing. Now crushing means you are not thinking good about people. Deceit, arguing. Sometimes you don't know, you subtly argue a lot, but when you think afterwards, you think, why am I arguing? I'm correct on my part. Everybody is correct on their part. If it's not debate going on, you don't need to argue for things. It means you don't have confidence enough to understand. You can just keep your point, but you don't need to argue. You don't need to blabber on. If you have that thing, you have to just, think, is there something? Am I not confident about my own opinions? Why do I have to convince people? Compassion. Compassion is a good term, basically. So compassion is, if you have a lack of compassion, then you have to work on your mental body. And if you have an unconditional love, it means your energy is good, energy channels are good. But if you are expecting a lot through that unconditional love, so it is kind of, it might bring you towards the suffering that you are expecting, because I'm giving that unconditional love. Then lack of curiosity, that is also there. Thinking can be overthinking, or you are thinking a lot, you are thoughtful. Both things can be there. Thoughtfulness is good. Overthinking is, that you are not able to flow good. Vayu wants you not to be stuck at some place. It wants you to flow, because it's a Vayu. If you are not flowing, if you are not ho gaya jane do, if you're not thinking about that and you're stuck into something, into guilt, into something, some problem. Passion, neutrality, that is emotional regulation, what we are working on. Lack of arrogance, discernment, ego. So all this is related to our Anahata chakra. Vishuddhi is the expression. We usually do the Sapta Swar Dhyan. Now Sapta Swar Dhyan, if I take you to here, so your Sa is the ground, that is the stability. So whenever the survival. So whenever we talk about the Muladhar, Sa, when we do the Sa, so we have to channelize us, we have to push ourselves down and we have to see the grounded. Then Swadhishthan, curiosity, fluidity. Basically, we say in the way that we have a fluidity. I'll show you today. Then Gandhar is, Ga is your intelligence, or let's say your fire, your passion. So you have to just say the Ga in a very bold manner. Ma in a very loving manner. So Ma means compassion. Pancham is strength, that is your throat. Throat means strength. So again, this you have to say in a very bold manner. Strength, truth. Dha is again, Dha means clarity. So when we do the Saptaswar Dhyan, so these things, so you have to understand these emotions. Dha is the clarity of mind, and the Ni is your bliss. That is your cosmic energy. We will talk more around it. So Vishuddhi is Pancham, and it is related to the purifier. It is said as the purifier. The element which is related is Akash or Dhvani. Akash Dhvani, or you can say Akash Ganga. What are the core functions? So basically, this is very good for treating any kind of adolescence, key time for self-expression, establishing independence, testing boundaries with parents, peers, siblings. So this is kind of, so Vishuddhi has a very good role in parenting, when you have to teach somebody parenting, how to talk, speech and communication, very important. So when we take parenting workshops or peer workshops, if you have a peer pressure, so how you have to deal with that peer pressure, plus how your peer has to, take it. Siblings rivalry is a big problem. Personal growth. So it is related to speech. That's why I will take today two ragas which are more towards Ma Pa, both. What's the time? Okay. Truth telling, how you are how much conviction is there, authenticity is there in your, like when I say, no, I am saying that, I have, whatever I am saying, no, you have to follow because I have experimented. No, I have seen so this is coming from a book, you can go and read that book. So I'm not taking the, that particular responsibility, that whatever knowledge I'm giving you, it is very authentic, because it's a very thin line. So the authenticity, more you are, you have a clarity, creativity, expression, purification of thoughts. Brain fog also comes from here, because if you're thinking too much, if your mind is cluttered, somehow your speech and communication will be disrupted. In that case, your Vishuddhi will be blocked. When balanced, we express things with clarity. Like with confidence. It's not about that, confidence doesn't mean that you are just going with a very good flow. Confidence is you are saying, no, I don't know. I have less knowledge about it. That is also confidence. You have a clarity, yes, you don't know. Vishuddhi chakra regulates compassion metabolism. It is very much related to thyroid. And your Anahat, I missed it, it's related to thymus gland. Your Vishuddhi is related to thyroid gland, and thyroid is related to immunity. Thyroid is related to your immunity. Very, very important thing. Therefore, Vishuddhi is important for your physical manifestation as well. Now, it emotional energy from the mother can imprint on the fetus. So, whatever during the pregnancy, whatever emotional energy you have, whatever you are feeling, it's there in the fetus. Obviously, you don't have control in it. You can try controlling it through different tools. Unaddressed emotional blocks, which we have already talked about, affect vocal confidence, breath patterns, thyroid functioning. That's why when you have a lot of, you perceive a lot, you feel hurt a lot. So we anyways say, you have to check your thyroid. You sleep a lot. You don't sleep. So we usually tell people, just have the thyroid checked. So this is Vishuddhi chakra. These are some of the healing practices of the Vishuddhi and Anahata. That is the yoga, the fish pose, the plow, the shoulder, that is the Paduttanasana, then blue light visualization, Nāda Pranayam integration, obviously like we do Nāda Pranayam, the Nāda Kriya. So this is healing practices. Coming to, so this particular is, the purification. Why? Like in Samudra Manthan, like obviously this is not important. So in Samudra Manthan, the churning of the ocean happened. Why? Shiva swallows the poison. This I just got because I read it in Akhanda Jyoti magazine. So I liked it. Akhanda Jyoti was a very old magazine which, people used to. These are the 16 petals of Vishuddhi chakra. That is Om, Ham, Vashat, Swadha, Swaha, Namah, Amrutam. When you say this, it's so beautiful. When you say this with rhythmic interventions, or when you do the rhythmic meditations, it's beautiful. Fat, Ri, Ga, Ma, Pa, Dha. So these are the 7 notes. Vish. So Vish is a akshara. Amrutam. So these are the petals or emotions which the Vishuddhi holds. Okay, Ahir Bhairav is very, very important, or Chakravakam, which we had already talked last time. So Shobha ma'am has already talked about it. So, and plus it's evening today. Ahir Bhairav is the morning raga. So I want... So Vishuddhi is C, D, E, F. Anahata is your F. That is the perfect fourth. From the C, D, E. So Sa, Ri, Ga, E, and then F is your... So I am putting it on the F. Again, it is very, very low frequency. But since many of the people have taken, individual sessions, and I told them that, you have to, you can sing. If you are not feeling anything, then you can sing this much. So we can always try to sing, and for that we need to again take some breaths. Now since we are talking about the middle body, we will work on certain breaths together. So one breath is like you have to work on your, so now this breath is that when you breathe in, now you do this normal breathing which we used to say that, bulk your stomach, means you have to bloom your stomach while inhalation. And what do you feel here? So this is one thing. So this is one particular thing. Let's do it again. You have to inhale. So your chest is not raised when you inhale. Your stomach is, stomach is kind of expanded. And when your stomach is expanded, so basically your heart is going inside. So your shoulders are sometimes coming in front. So like they are coming towards front. And feel that stretch on the shoulders, because it has to take something from the heart chakra. Now exhale. When you exhale, your stomach goes in. Like we did different, so there's a different type of breathing. Again, when you exhale, now your stomach goes in and chest is not raised because now you are exhaling, so you are in a relaxing pose. Again, we do this. Please see if you are feeling something. Exhale. Another one, let's just blend this. Same thing. So when you exhale, just tighten your throat. So I inhaled, stomach out. Exhale, stomach in, and tighten the throat here. Keep it like this. Relax. So what have we done? Number one, exhale, stomach out. Number two, inhale, number 1, exhale, number 2, stomach in, number 3, tighten the throat. Compress the muscles here. Leave it. Relax. Let's do it last time again. Number 1, inhale. Number 2, exhale. Number 3, tighten the throat. You will see when you try to tighten the throat, the first thing which happens, your ears become alert. Does that happen to you as well? It is happening for me. So my ears are, so it's doing like this. I don't know, that's a reflex action. But if it's happening, that's good, because there's a point behind the ears, there's an acupressure point of the stress which you have after fatigue. So in the evening, or when you are completely, you have too much of, you have a stress after overwork or deadlines, so you can just you can acupressure behind the ears, both the ears, from this tip. So this is the stress point. And if you want your brain to work, so you can channelize, you can just press your ears, you can massage your ears, especially inside of this, like this area, the inside part. If you think, focus and productivity, a lot of overwork has been done, but still I just want to work on the brain. Okay, now we'll start. So we will have to do same thing. I'll show you the slide of Kedar, and it goes simple. We are doing Kedar because anyways it's an evening rag, and secondly that day we have talked about Ahir Bhairav, so we will give assignment on that. Yeah, Kedar is Sa. So we will talk about what is F. So this is F, and your pitch is little down. So just make sure it doesn't come from your throat. And how do you make sure? I'll stop sharing. How do you make sure? Two sounds. Bad voice. So good that you don't do Om, you do Hom. It usually comes out from the gut. So inhale, stomach out. Ho comes usually, like there is an indication. And minimal sound. Don't try to put volume. Number 1, very, very important. Don't show that you are singing. You don't need to show anything. So if I just decrease the volume of my tanpura. I am singing very... I don't know if you are getting my sound, but I am minimally singing. I'm almost singing. Yes, you can have some water. That lubricates your throat, so it's even better. So when you do home, 90% I think you are on a good track, and minimal sound, and you should get some pinches towards your stomach, and don't sing louder, otherwise you will hurt your muscles in the... So there are areas which we can strengthen this part. So when it's strengthened properly through yoga, through different breathing exercises, through singing, if it's strengthened, then it's fine. But till it's not, you have to sing the gut. Now, sa. The sa, because it's a very low pitch, it is F, C, D, E, F. It's a very low pitch. You have to sing sa with ha. S-A plus H-A. Sa. Whispers. Sa. Open your mouth. That is gol awaz. Sa. Loosen it. Sa. Now, Kedar. Sa, ma, ma, pa. 3 notes. Muladhar, Anahat, Vishuddhi. Sa, ma, ma, pa. Ma re sa. Breathe again. Sa ma 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 pa. Ma re sa. Sa ma ma pa. Ma pa dha pa ma. So ma pa, this is little upper madhyam, prati madhyama. Ma pa dha pa ma 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 re sa. Sa ma ma pa. Ma pa dha pa ma. I'll stop sharing and I'll send this screenshot on the group so that you can refer. I want to see the faces because so you can, if you want the notes, you can see it on the group. Again. Sa ma ma pa ma pa dha pa ma 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 re sa. It's very soft and it is full of ma, full of heart, full of compassion. There is a song, Humko man ki shakti. Shakti came, right? Man ki shakti, emotional regulation. Humko man ki shakti dena. Same notes. If you'd have to remember this particular phrase, which you can just listen to that. Sa sa ma ga pa ma pa pa ma pa dha pa ma 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 re sa. Wait on the ma as much as you can. So the Carnatic version, ma'am will definitely take you through it. Sa ma ma pa ma pa dha pa ma 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 re sa. Let's do it with ha, not a, ha. Ha. Breathe. Ha. Very good for the fetus growth, very good for the, because full of compassion, full of motherly love. Ma. No. Ma is compassion, Pancham is strength, Pa. That's why Ma, Pa, the father and mother, right? Perfect fourth, perfect fifth. Ma and Pa, that's why we say Papa and Mama. Again. Ha. Don't forget to breathe whenever you get time. Ha. Let's do with one of the aksharas. Hum. Okay, we will do with the hum. One of the aksharas in this. Hum, hum. Hum. Hum, hum. Hum, hum. feeling towards your stomach and your Anahata. Hum, 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 hum. Soham, 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 soham. Let's do the last phase. Pa, sa, da, pa. This is Vishuddhi. Going from Vishuddhi, coming to Vishuddhi. So this is the way we go to the upper part. Okay, that is the Vishuddhi one. We have worked a lot on the Anahata now. Pa, sa, very soft. Pa, sa, da. If you take a lot of breath and volume low, you can definitely reach on the sa. It's not a rocket science. Pa, sa, da. Ma, pa, dha, pa, ma. Ma, ma, re, sa. Once more. Breathe. Pa, sa, da, 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 pa. Ma, pa, dha, pa, ma, ma, ma. Ma, re, sa. Sa, ma, ma, pa. Ma, pa, dha, pa, ma. Ma, 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 ma. Ma, re, sa. Play with these tunes. Sa, ma, ma. A, B, C. A, B, C, C. हमको मन की शक्ति देना, मन विजय करे. Now the self-love. दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद को जया करें. हमको मन. So before praising others, praise yourself. Self-love, self-praise, self-gratification. Do मन विजय करे, दूसरों की जय से पहले खुद को जया करें, हमको मन की शक्ति देना. I end my session here, and I want Shobha ma'am to supplement with the Karnataka rag followed by the questions. Thank you. I was remembering a lot of songs and so Shobha ji.
So it was just beautiful. As usual, as always, Shambhavi. It's very, very calming, soothing. So when you
Thanks,
said,
it's coming from you, although, you are already the Vidwan of it.
no. So, you in the one of the slides, you said confidence is also telling that I don't know. So that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to
I
record.
have learned many things from you since.
So I will record the Carnatic equivalent. I'll have to see how it is, because what I have
Okay.
found actually, um, you know, I'm really curious to know how the Carnatic musicians sing slowly. Because I am the Hindustani, it becomes easier because you normally sing that slow.
Ha.
Musicians, they don't. It's very, I mean, that slowness is there, but it's not equivalent to how the Hindustani musicians sing. So I've
There's
found,
a gamaka and
yeah, that gamaka is a very different gamaka. So it comes
ha ha.
very different way. So that is why, like, I've been trying to see, even with the Maya Mala Gaula and Bhairav, it's very different in Carnatic music. So that's what
Yeah.
I felt. So for
I
this, there,
wanted to put that gamak, but you were there, so I didn't. I thought, okay, let's not take it into that. I
no.
love to do that Carnatic versions, the way.
Uh,
Da, 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 na, na. So I want to do this, but then I thought, okay, let's be into my own universe.
mm, mm.
Yeah.
So I will take a
I
look and
think yes, the video you can put the video there also, so
yeah.
that we all learn. Okay, so any questions, anything you want to supplement?
So there was this in that petals that you shared, right? Each of the Anahata chakra petals and Vishuddhi chakra petals. Um, so some of them, like one of them was lack of arrogance. So that is like cultivating lack of arrogance, is it? I mean, what
No,
does?
I mean they don't say that it's all positive or it's all negative.
Huh,
Lack of arrogance, maybe they have written. I can tell you the Tamil version of it. Like I have it.
even from the beginning, I wanted to know what does this means. The petals of the chakra. Of course, we can read and we can understand, but how does it?
Garva Minmai, it's written here.
Garva
So,
Mukti.
Garva, so this is from Rajam Shankar ma'am's notes. So,
Uh-huh.
like 12 petals, Hridaya Chitra Samvita. So, these are the Garva Minmai, its lack of cultivates humility and self awareness.
Uh-huh.
So, but why do they say lack of arrogance? They can say humility
Yeah,
itself.
yeah, exactly. So why is that negative of negative coming as positive is what I was
Yeah.
thinking, right? Yeah, that was some of the. And
I
then
asked this question to her and she answered, Rajam ma'am. I forgot the answer.
okay, okay. Um, then another one was like this is coming from Sangeeta Kalpadrumam, right?
Yeah,
So
it's written.
is that encompassing all, like both classical music, I mean both the Carnatic and Hindustani flavor, or was it
No,
encompassing?
no, Karnataka. Karnataka one. But
Uh,
yes, like we take it, like I personally take it as one, Shobhaji. Means I don't feel that in healing there is certain kind of, because depends upon which background you belong, it will heal you. That's what my. Uh,
so why I asked this question was,
hmm,
even though the ragas are mentioned as equivalent,
hmm, hmm,
one
hmm,
raga in Hindustani is equivalent of another raga in I mean, and another raga
hmm,
in
hmm, hmm,
Carnatic.
hmm, hmm.
But the healing effect in Carnatic for some ragas may be different than the equivalent one.
Hmm.
That is why I was asking, like, um, what exactly is mentioned and how is there equivalent of.
I don't think they have mentioned about Hindustani music because this is a Tamil version of it. So
So is it is you who has mapped the Carnatic raga to the equivalent Hindustani and has come up? Is it like that, or?
me and Rajam ma'am both, because even she had to, you know, like she told the scientific of, see, if you take Madhyama,
Hmm.
so this is how you can take, even because in Hindustani it's about, yes, gamakas are here also. Like if I have not taken that session, so we have, the ornamentations,
Yeah.
the Kard, Meed, Murki, Gamak,
Hmm.
Khatka, Jhatka, Khanak,
Hmm.
Zamzama. All these are ornamentations which are taken. Uh, so he taught me accordingly that, see, if you have to take from, suppose anybody has a problem with stability, and so if you have to take something with, so you have to take with the meend, because if you have to unblock the Mooladhar to, if you want to take it to the sa ma, and then oh, this is my Kedar, okay, this is this. So there
Hmm.
are many ragas, she told, that this maybe Shuddha Saveri won't work here, but Durga will work.
Hmm.
Shuddha Saveri Durga is the same.
Hmm.
But then she said no, because Durga will work, because we have sa sa re ma pa dha ma re. So this particular phrase, so then, or in certain cases Chakravakam will work in some of the, the physical or mental manifestation if we want to do, but Ahir Bhairav might not work. Ahir
Hmm.
Bhairav, because of certain things. She said that you have to check, because
Hmm.
we have, so if we are doing this, suppose if you want to keep the microtones on, so she told that, you have to see these microtones.
Hmm. Hmm.
Sa ma 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 ma, sa ma ga pa. We put ga as well, but it's very rare. Gandhar is very alpa.
Hmm.
Sa ma ga pa, pa da ma pa za. This is very important in Kedar. So she told, see, you have to, so this gamak is taken when we have to, from the Vishuddhi, and when we have to work on the thyroid thing. So, and so she specially said, in some cases Hindustani work because we hold the note a
Hmm.
lot. One
Hmm.
minute, 2 minutes,
Yeah.
so we hold it a lot.
Yeah.
Ah, ah, again the whole. So nyas is there. So
Mm.
then that's what she said, that like, so yeah, you can tell Kedar in the way of the, the how you feel that Madhyama can be taken.
Mm. Yeah.
Shuddha Saveri, she said, yeah, I mean, Shuddha Saveri, as much as I know, the Pancham is important over there.
Mm.
The
Mm.
Pancham is, for a Durga, Dhaivat is important.
Mm.
Notes can be the same,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
the treatment is different. So
Yes.
that's what she said. But she, because she also didn't know about Hindustani much, and she learns from me, and
Mm.
plus even the book also. There are certain books which I found which had Hindustani, like for example Malcolms. There's a lots and lots of researches in Malcolms and Hindolam.
Mm. Okay. Thanks, Shambhavi.
So yeah. So did you face any problems singing, or did you find any difficulty? No, no, this rag is very difficult to do. I need some easy one. We can do easy also. So you can just, Shruti, Niketa, what are your thoughts?
I had a question when you were teaching us the breathing part. So when we have to constrain the throat muscles, do we hold our breath or do we
No,
breathe
no, you exhale
and then do
and
we
then hold the breath.
and when
Obviously, because when you start exhaling, you cannot tighten it, no?
right? So we exhale,
And then you
then we
not
tighten.
hold, it's not called holding, it's called relaxing, because when you have exhaled you are relaxing, no?
Yeah, yeah, but we are constricting the throat or tightening the throat.
Hmm?
So when we tighten the throat, do we hold our breath or we breathe normally?
You're not breathing at that time.
Oh, okay. You're not breathing when you're
You're not breathing, because when you start exhaling anyways you have to start the process again. So we are just having that particular, we are on that zone, and tighten the breath for another 3 seconds, 4 seconds, and then start
inhale.
inhaling. That's the part of the procedure.
Understood.
That's one type of breathing. Then, like, for there are many breathing for Nahata and Vishuddhi. So we will talk more about it. That's why different kinds of breathing we have looked over. One is the, that when you tighten this, so there are two voices comes out. So we will talk about that. Maybe I'll take more questions, and yeah. So
And I also wanted to ask you, like, would Bhopali also work for Vishuddhi? Sare
Vishuddhi,
Gapa,
yes.
Sare Gapa Dhasa, that's why.
Yes, because it has pancham in it, which
Yeah.
is important.
Yeah.
Although it works on Manipur more, because Ga is, more pradhan one. But yes, for the kids, for the children suffering with autism, we used Bhopali or Mohan Rag a lot. A lot. Because of the pancham, and because of that jump. Sa re ga pa da ra 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 da na 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 na, and it's kind of a looping da 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 na dha sa. So Bhopali is, yes, it's a very beautiful rag for the Vishuddhi and your Manipura. For
Why?
communication, it's very good for brain as well. Very good for brain, because Daivat is another most important note in it. That's why we use for the autism, the
That's what I
neurodivergent.
was going to ask you. How does
Neuro.
autism connect to
Yeah,
Hindustani?
because and they relate it to. It's very friendly rag. See, it's for autism, you have to check out that it should be very much chanchal one, If you cannot make them do some, the this
Bhairav.
one, even if they are not, like, they are very lethargic and they are sitting, even if you want their energy to bloom, then also you cannot help, that won't help. They will cry, they will, like any minor ragas won't help for the kids. Bhopali rag is called the middle body growth rag. It is very good for the, anyways, for the toddlers. So MBG, MBG, so that is middle body growth rag, and very good for the toddlers, ADHD kids, kids who are, not sitting one at one place, sitting tolerance also. So some chanchal or some energetic raga you have to use for the kids or neurodivergence problems which you have, because you cannot make them do some minor ones, Sahir Bhairav, Bhairav, Bhairavi, because it won't affect them. Mostly, even if the kids, even if you want to do, because they are not, uh, even if you want them to sit, they are very chanchal and they are just running here and there, and you want them to be on that grounding state, then also I think we avoid certain, and we come to certain emotional, the just a minute. So, like Mohan Rag is very, very good for the toddlers, or like till 10, 12 years of kids.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shruti.
So, ma'am, I have a question. It's like I have asked this question on the group that day, but you missed that question. So it's like if we want to work on our heart space and on our throat, that area is a little bit higher, right? So, I mean, we connect to the spirit and the space element, etc., right? While we are focusing on the higher chakras. So, while we are working on those chakras through these ragas, should we also have the support of the lower chakra ragas? Should we also sing it along with the ones which we are singing right now?
Connecting with the lower chakras, that's what your question
Uh,
is.
I mean, I don't know how to ask this question because sometimes, for example, if someone is into spirituality, someone they get too much in that air element and they won't be that grounded, right? Not
Mhm.
everyone, but there are people who go into spiritual practices and everything, and then they lose that stability because they don't have that grounded that
Spiritual
energy in that.
people have that grounded, like you're talking about the sages.
Uh, I
Let's take
am
sages. Yeah, tell me.
not sages. I'm like normal people. There
Mm-hmm.
are some people who go into spirituality, like who be in that space of spirituality and everything, but they forget to ground. And so, did you see such people? Like they'll be so airy, not grounded. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but there are other types of people who are grounded as well as they can go to the spiritual realm also. Like they are balanced. So I am asking, like, if we are connecting, if we are working on the heart chakra
Mm-hmm.
and the throat chakra directly without the support of the lower notes, sa, re, ga, is it okay? Will it make us a little bit airy,
Yeah, I mean,
little bit in the mind without being grounded?
yeah, you can directly go to Ma, like we did, You can
Okay.
directly go to, like we were on the, so there are two ways, no? We were on the F right now, which was exactly ma. One way
Hmm.
is you are on the C, the lower, and
Hmm.
and so that means you are connecting to the Muladhar, and then, so suppose I'm on the C, and then sa re ga ma. So when I said F, that was technically sorry, ma, that was technically F only. So
Hmm.
but I came from the C, so that means you are connecting Muladhar to ma. But when I taught you about F, so that was directly I was doing sa on the ma only.
Hmm.
When I'm doing F, so it means that you are doing ma without the interference of the this thing. But usually it's good to do, it's good to come from there. You're
Hmm.
balancing everything, no? So why do we need, why like only air or only something, just because we, uh, like I think I answered your question. So there are two ways, obviously. C, if you are going, suppose this is your C, so your rate is sa re ga ma, so this is your heart, this is your F. So instead of taking the C pitch, you are directly taking the F pitch, C D E F, and you are starting sa re ga ma pa. This is what we did today, F. Okay, even in some like some songs also we do, it's called murchana paddhati. That is, we have taken the pitch this, but we have our pitch, our size different, that is our size somewhere else. So that is kind of a, so this is what happens in, but usually but I feel personally, or I have read some, like if they are balanced, if they want certain kind of if they are not grounded, so there are problems in different chakras also. Muladhar is very important. Muladhar is something like, when you are doing your, in the spiritual practice, I think they have, the groundedness is there, other chakras are not balanced. Groundedness is somewhere there, they have done like through it. But yeah, like that is my generalization. I may be wrong.
Yeah, I asked because I have a problem with remaining grounded. So I'm a little bit like I'm thinking whether I should be directly going to the heart chakra, practicing only heart chakra uh, for the next few days. That's all.
You have practicing grounding.
No, no, no. I mean, I have a little bit of problems remaining grounded. I'll be, I'm always, you mentioned this vata, right?
Huh, you are
I'll be always,
restless.
yeah, restless. So not I have some problems remaining a little stable, grounded. Did
Yeah,
you
so
get what I'm trying?
if you are restless, so you have to work on the down, no?
Yes, 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 yeah. So I'm
So
asking if I have to work on the heart chakra,
hmm.
should I also
Yes,
work
it
beneath
should,
also
it
along with
should
this
come down
heart?
area. Ma re sa. It's the other way round. It should come down.
Okay, so I should come to the third
Ma re,
fourth heart.
descending.
Okay,
You are
okay, okay,
just detoxifying yourself towards a
okay.
ma re sa re sa re na, because you are coming down towards the
Mm-mm. So
earth
I have to
element.
start from the heart and then go down to the Muladhara.
So that will make you calm more, or like
Yes,
vata. So you are like vata dosh, something like that. Yeah.
yes, extreme
Well,
Vata.
I'll tell more on it.
Yeah.
Like we were talking slow. Try slow. Try listening to something slow instead of
Hmm.
fast. Slow rhythms, slow tunes.
Ma'am, and also if someone is having this vata issues, but at the same time, if their prakriti is vata, and at the same time, if they're having low blood pressure, like what kind of ragas do you suggest?
Low blood pressure. Then their low blood pressure, there has to be some problems, there has to be some root issue there, why they are having this kind of some
Okay.
artery thing that.
Mm.
So that is, so low blood pressure is different, vata is different. That's an Ayurvedic perspective. That is, and
Yeah.
other thing is the medical perspective.
I asked because you told slow ragas you have to hear. So normally for low blood pressure and all, everyone
It is
give a
said,
little bit of
yeah, it's not generalized. Like if you have to listen something fast because of it. It's not that.
okay. Okay.
So if they have something vata, they can listen to ma for a longer time, but in a very slow or steady manner, not very fast, not very slow. Sa ma 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 re za za re ma pa pa da ma re ma ma. So not very. Middle body is about steady only. Like you don't have to be very slow, don't have to be very fast.
First.
So this is how it goes. Maybe I'll give you more articles on that, and I'll tell you some of the books. So yeah. So thank you so much.